My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire, the Ascension grind with the Ironclad. As soon as we finish this, we'll then move on to all of the Ascensions for the other characters. I don't know if I want to take a little bit of a oh my god! 7 max HP to remove 2 cards is so powerful. And then I've even got 2 shop opportunities really quickly thereafter. Alright, I'm gonna go to both of those. I'm basically just looking for Body Slam or Rampage, something that I can put in a particularly thin deck that has a high density of defense cards in order to allow us to, you know, kind of deal some damage. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to take a break in between the Ascension grinds for each of the main characters. Because the fact of the matter is, Ascension, in High Ascension especially, I'm going to lose more often than not. Oh my god, it's an entrench. This is now the Body Slam waiting room. That's... Can't afford the Hand of Greed down. I'll take the 6 max HP there, because I'm kind of terrified of everything. Damn. Alright, well, this one's going to be a card removal. See, the thing... but if I remove another strike, I'm not killing... anything. If I leave now, will it count it as removed? Or do I have to open the store again? Yeah. So I know I put through the removal action. This is very zealous, right? In removing all of the strikes first. I've now a very impaired way of dealing damage. I'm relying on the fact that I've got rest, question mark, rest, stop, and then normal fight, question mark, shop, in order to try and get me an opportunity to deal damage later. Strikes the next hand kills, but I can't guarantee that, of course. Wait, hang on. Who's our boss this floor? Ooh. Disarm is pretty potent. What the? What fight? Why did I take it? Oh, I wanted to go to the left. I kind of just like clicked. Oh, it's the elite. We're fighting the elites time. We're definitely going to die in this combat. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that. Ah. I'm gonna try my best to live. The problem is, if we live, no, we do have the ability to avoid the next elite. So it could be worse. Slightly. It could very slightly be worse. Oh, with the 3 dazed as well. Our third shuffle is just going to be garbage. Disarming the sentry because in a draw as difficult as ours, are we going to kill it? No, but it's already debuffed. It's already been debuffed, so the artifact has been removed, so I have the ability to hit it with that effect, saving myself 3 HP in the future, as well as thinning down my deck to increase the consistency of drawing my defensive cards. I didn't want to go for this fight. I was planning on avoiding all elites in the first floor, especially because it's a defensive deck. I'm really saddened. You can hear it in my tone of voice, can't you? Yeah. We're definitely dead. See, the problem now is we're not going to get a Meow's bonus unless I, like, quickly Ascension 0 speed run and then do another Ascension 20 run. Fine. Alright. We'll just get to the boss, concede, and then go back again. At least confront the first boss. I don't like the Meow's reward. I only remember that I don't like Meow's kind of reward or how it works when I play High Ascension, because those are the mostly only situations where I run into dying before the first boss. Mostly. Take Sword Boomerang. Remove a defend. This is just going to be an entirely aggressive deck. The Sword Boomerang is effectively a pick for the possible later pickup of Flex, which definitely goes in this kind of a deck. Got him. Second Sword Boomerang. I'm not really giving much regard to the path I take here. It doesn't much matter. That was obviously done in the wrong order, by the way. I'm just trying to extraordinarily quickly get through this. Take Inflame. We're taking Inflame because we've already got the Sword Boomerang, so it's already well supported in my deck, and I can't guarantee that I'm going to get a Flex. And I definitely can't guarantee that if I do have that Flex that I'll draw it at the right times. Cool. Nope. I don't like that the Sentinels have their health values buffed as well as their attack damage in all Ascensions through to 0. I do think the Sentinels were the most controllable of the first 4 bosses. The first 4 elites, that is. But I don't think that was necessarily wrong for them to be that. I think the other ones probably needed to get brought down to the level of the Sentry rather than the inverse. You can deal with them as the Ironclad, but and the Defect to a large extent as well, as long as it's not the Gremlin Knob. But using the base deck for the Silent, it's a real rough time. Smithing the Whirlwind will put us in a position where oftentimes we just play Whirlwind at the start of each fight and win. This will be the faster path. Flex card, remove, defend. Tiny chest, sure. Smith to upgrade the Flex, then the Inflame afterwards so that I have the largest Whirlwinds. Or Calcum. Wow, this actually wouldn't have been a bad aggressive run. Getting super lucky on the run that I don't want to win. That's unfortunate for me. And now we'll have nothing like this in the previous. Oh well. Wait a second, I don't even need to do this fight. There we go. Boom. All right, now's bonus restored. Let's go back to Ascension 20. I know, it's 8 minutes in the episode and we're basically just starting our first run. I know. Hey, at least I wasn't talking about patch notes the entire time. Am I right or am I right? Up top! Remove a card from your deck I think is more powerful than maintain reasonably the current HP value. I think this is actually not that bad. Taking 18 and then gaining 14. Because it's a percentage of your current HP, and we've got lower max HP as well as we start each run damaged from previous Ascension modifiers. You can see them all there. This almost equals out. And gaining 14 max HP comes with 14 current HP, so we only lose 4... We only really take 4 damage, and we increase our maximum. Now, increasing your maximum is more important in higher level Ascensions because you rest more often, and resting increases your HP by 30%. So having a higher maximum means that you heal more on those rests. I'm actually going to go with it. There is a no elite path on this first floor, so I don't have to define my win strat super early. It would be better to have it defined earlier, but it's not necessarily life or death, as long as I don't misclick and go to an elite that I was planning not to go to. But I can't imagine that I would be dumb enough to do that twice. I could take a heavy blade here, but I think I usually go with strength synergistic things first, then the heavy blade last. Because otherwise the heavy blade is extraordinarily useless. Okay. Once we thin down the field to just one candidate, it becomes very easy. Especially if they take a turn off of hitting me. I went for the full defense a couple turns ago because I was pretty sure I would be able to kill this enemy without taking any more damage, and I want to heal up as much as possible. Perfected Strike, I mean, that's pretty early. Sure. That was a lot of damage to take for a Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power, a random card in here costs 0 for the rest of the turn. That does make a lot of cards way more pickable. Centennial Puzzle, the first time you use HP. Each combat, draw 3 cards. Okay. There's still, if there's, Fire Breathing is still too bad, even in a deck where it will be an energy creator. Oh, is that true? I don't think it is. Maybe just because I have the Mummified Hand. I should still take a defensive card. Especially considering my HP total at the moment. See, when fully upgraded, the Fire Breathing costs 0, and it will make something else cost 0 from the Mummified Hand, so it's got to benefit 2 ways. Got him. That's a second Perfected Strike. This is off to a good... Whoa, Unceasing Top. If you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Blood Violet, start of each combat, heal for 2 HP. This is now actually a really good run. I just need to keep it alive. Upgrading both of these Perfected Strikes will give us enough offense to help keep it alive for a while. I would love to be able to take that. Can't do, though. We defend and strike first so that the Fire Breathing has to target the Perfected Strike. We could get more low-cost attacks in this deck. I mean, we could put Anger in this deck now. In fact, it's definitely correct to do that. Body Slam. I mean, if it came pre-upgraded, sure. Alright. Not the one I wanted to hit there. Okay. It's our ridiculous draw. I think it's actually Shrug It Off, Defend, Single Strike. Because I think all other options lead to death. There we go. Infernal Blade won't stuff up our second draw, but it'll stuff up our first... it won't stuff up our first draw because it gives us... It costs 0 when it's upgraded. And it makes an attack cost 0, but it stuffs up the second draw after that, so it's more difficult to take. And there's a lot of Ironclad things that put curses or... curses. Status effects into your hand or deck, which would also stop the Unceasing Top. I'm fine with that. We will lower our amount of damage, but we take no damage right now, which is good. I'm going to use this for 5 HP. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I had an Ancient Potion. I could have just had 5 extra decks for the final combat this floor. That was remarkably poor of me. Wow. I feel really bad about that. This is going to be a tough one to win. I mean, I can Perfected Strike every single turn, but that's not going to be enough for the kills. So, at some point, something else is going to give. I think I have to cop the 2 damage from the burn here. They defended this turn, so... Shrug, defend, strike. It's just enough to keep us alive. And we're dead. Yeah, having more efficient defense from the speed potion, ancient potion. I wasn't even looking at the second potion when I did that. That feels real bad. Unceasing Top would have definitely helped us. The thing is, we would have had to cut so many cards from our deck after that point for an anger deck to work, especially because we had 2 perfected strikes already included in the deck, and that as a damage archetype is stronger and starts a lot stronger, whereas the anger archetype would take at least a shuffle through my deck, if not more than that, to get started, and I wouldn't be able to force that shuffle without removing those expensive cards or gaining the energy to be able to possibly utilize them. So it wasn't actually like perfect as an anger deck. We got the Unceasing Top too late after already picking up 2 2-cost cards, but it would have been a pretty good perfected strike deck. Ooh, Karen's Ashes. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. There are a lot of cards that exhaust to very little, if not no benefit, that now become suddenly playable. Is there any path with no elites here? There's exactly 1 path with no elites. I'm still going to take it. So I think the most obvious thing is that Reckless Charge becomes a lot better because it deals 3 damage from the days that we draw. I've never gotten a free turn to get Bash off here, unfortunately. Like oh, here we go, cool. Every single time that we've had the ability to bash, the enemy has been dealing maximum damage. Shrug it off Iron Wave and Sword Boomerang. I'm gonna take the Iron Wave just as like as an early value pick. Remove a card, I'm always happy to do that. Let's get a strike out of there. The Iron Wave is effectively replacing the strike. Alright, give him the old defense. Got him. And hey, I was actually going to ask for Bash in that hand. Now let's see it there. Can't really take any of those. Not yet. Oh, wow. Thank you, Ascender's Bane, for burning an enemy. I think with this strike, it's quite likely we take 1 fewer turns to kill the enemy. The defense only defended me for 3 that turn. And yeah, no, it takes 1 fewer turns to kill the enemy. That said, the enemy wasn't attacking that turn, so yeah, a little bit of a wash. Let's take a Shrug It Off now. Upgrade 2 cards, Shrug It Off and a Strike. Not a bad set to upgrade. We'll upgrade the Iron Wave now as well. Okay, card removal would be the best. How much does it hurt you? Is it still 6? It's 11 in High Ascension. Oh. I could actually see myself dying to that. I think I need to start upgrading my defense. Ornamental Fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Well, that's not bad. There's Corruption. See, the thing is, I can play Corruption and then just play out all of my things, but that's 15 damage AoE, and now I have no defensive cards in my deck. It just doesn't seem that efficient. Because it isn't. Okay, now I should probably remove a lower tier defend. Upgrade the True Grit so I can specifically exhaust cards. Upgrade. Probably a defend now. I'm gonna go with the Bash just because of the boss that we're fighting at the end of the floor. I guess also tied into that is that I'm really hoping that the Bash happens to hit on turn 1. which, yes, could be described as optimistic. And yes, I'm not usually optimistic at all, ever. But gotta try it. I've already removed a strike. This is no longer a perfected strike deck. Anger doesn't work as part of an archetype. Not unless you have an inordinate amount of draw. It's getting better, though, with the 6 and then upgrades to 8. I do have an ornamental fan. I'm gonna try Anger, because I think we died at this boss if I don't have more offense in the deck, and the Perfected Strike just wasn't gonna cut it. That should have been a strike, by the way, the second attack. I missed out on 3 damage there. Cool. I'm alive by exactly 1 HP. Bash, Anger, Iron Wave. It's the best separation on them I was ever going to get. And yeah, they're all just attacking a bunch here, so we're dead. Yeah. Kind of figured that one was coming. All right. Yesterday's episode was really short, so we will do one more, despite the fact that we're over 20 minutes. Come on, Iron Shad. Choose a rare card to obtain for 7 max HP. That allows me to define my strategy super early. I'm going to Demon Form and Juggernaut are both win conditions. Juggernaut has been made more powerful recently. It used to be 5 on its upgraded version, and then 5 on its upgraded version, sorry, and 3 on its base version. It's now 5 and 7. I still don't think it's more powerful than Demon Form. Finding the time to play the Demon Form is going to be difficult, but we will benefit a lot from it as soon as we have it in play. I think it's not unlikely that with the fact that I have Demon Form, I can take on more elites. I just have to accept 1 turn of them hitting me. Lagavulin the easiest. Gremlin Knob's probably the next easiest. I think I take on elites here. Now, if you're wondering why I take risks early on in Ascension rather than just playing super safe, you kind of need to. The game is specifically pitted against you. They've said, they being the developers, have said 2 different things related to that. Number 1, that they're never going to make another, well, not never, there's no current plan to make more Ascension levels, which would insist this is difficult as the game gets. And number 2, they said they are specifically trying to kill players with the current Ascension levels, and then they'll tone it back a bit. So, you know. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. So, what I'm saying is that dying early is not a negative. I would rather die early by trying to get powerful enough to carry myself through a ridiculous difficulty curve than to die late because I couldn't meet the difficulty curve because I was playing super conservatively the entire time. I'll take a relic here. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. Well, hopefully it's not a shop in the next space. Never mind, it is a shop in the next space. Thankfully, I don't have enough money to spend there. There's Demon Form on first turn. That's not bad. Unfortunately, the enemy did decide to hit me with the worst effect on the first turn there. Intimidate's not bad, but I think we actually have to take Intimidate here, then shrug it off. We got Heavy Blade earlier than I wanted. That's really bad. That's really bad. If we had Heavy Blade 1 turn later, I drew with the shrug it off because I needed the defense, but I was really hoping that it wasn't going to get that. True Grit's nice. You know what? I'm gonna rest. Then go for the next elite. It's worth noting that I at this point, I am taking on an elite no matter where I go. So this is my one acceptable turn of you can hit me now. Unfortunately, defending on this turn is going to be really, really difficult. I mean, that's probably one of the most defensive hands I could have gotten. I appreciate it. So now the rest of the game is effectively hunt for the heavy blade. Or rather, the rest of this combat's going to be hunt for the heavy blade. Not exactly how I wanted that to go down, sure. If I have to hit that sentry next turn, I may as well just hit them with a strike next turn anyway. Yeah, because it'll kill them. And then the heavy blade kills the other one. Which allows me to negate all of the damage. Now we die. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely went more risk with this run. Because we had a win condition that does scale. Had this been Lagavulin rather than Sentinels, it was a 50-50. We would have been totally fine. Like, we would have easily dunked the Lagavulin. Then after that, I would have had the opportunity to heal up or go for more elites if I definitely wanted to. I was thinking that we were probably, after that, just going to tone out to the left, go for a rest here, and then go for 2 question marks before the final boss. The final boss is a long combat, so basically all we would do is defend ourselves as well as wait for the demon form to build up. Damn. Well, we did have, 11 cards left in the deck and only 1 defend, so I would have been surprised had we been fully defended there. Ah, well. You gotta try and make the big plays from time to time. Unfortunately, we also didn't seem like we were getting relics that were particularly handy, so it was all risk, no reward at that rate. For the moment, though, my name's Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the level 20 Ascension grinds here in Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.